As a lifelong Star Wars fan, there are many things that I wonder about within the franchise. I don't know if it's just me who thinks about these things, but these are some mysteries that I personally keep wondering about. A few of these mysteries pertain to Order 66. When it came to the Jedi raid on the Jedi Temple, what were the civilians' reaction to when they saw the giant flame from the Jedi Temple? The temple is massive. I mean, there's always these hover cars passing by. Did any of them think to call somebody, or did they just watch it happen? I feel like at least one of them had to call the cops or something. What were their reactions to seeing the Jedi Temple on fire? Did they just see it and just be like, "Oh, just a typical day"? Not only that, but inside the Jedi Temple, what happened to the essential workers within the temple? There wasn't just Jedi there. There must have been janitors, maybe chefs, mechanics, or anything. I know there was probably some droids doing that, but what about the regular living beings doing that? Did the clones execute them? Were they tortured, or did they just stand there and watch, or did they just try to escape or leave? I feel like there was just one guy who was late for work that day, and it was just like, yeah, I'm going home. Also, when we look at the scene when they're marching into the temple, how far did they walk? It must have been a few miles because the Giant Temple's massive, as I said before, but how far did they walk? Did they walk a few miles? Not only that, they must have been seen by a bunch of people. Did nobody think to warn the Jedi that a giant army was literally slow walking into their homes? The next mysteries are, like I said, they're gonna be weird. I don't know if it's just me who thinks about it, but this is what I think about. What happens to the plasma from the blasters if they don't hit anything? They just go on forever, or do they evaporate in the air? I know in real life, with bullets, they'll lose momentum and drop to the floor. Does that happen with the plasma, or does it just disappear out of nowhere? Another mystery I have is, how does it rain on Coruscant? I mean, it's a giant city and there's no green anywhere. I mean, look, I don't know anything about environmental science, but I do know you need trees, a river, or I don't know what you need, but I do know you need some greenery or nature for it to rain. How does it rain there when it's just a city? Oh, and this is something I've always thought of since I was a kid. Where are the black holes? I mean, they're in space and it's big, and the galaxy is massive. Where are all the black holes? They never ever talk about black holes. I know they're everywhere, and hyperspace is supposed to avoid that, and stars and supernovas, but why don't they ever talk about the black holes? I feel like that would have been a good plot, or at least something to talk about. I'm surprised Anakin hasn't tried to draw a fleet into a black hole and destroy them. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos.